alpha. You got to be aggressive. You got to be rugged. Ain't nothing wrong with being rugged. You know, ain't nothing wrong with letting your beard grow and all that other stuff. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of aggression if you're playing a sport, you're playing pool, or, you know what I'm saying, you're playing football or basketball game or something like that. But as a way of life, if you keep living a life of aggression, you're going to be aggressive with your girl. You're going to be aggressive with your kids. You don't need to be aggressive with them. There's only certain situations you might need aggression. Most cases, you don't need it. You get more bees with honey than you will with a stick. Yeah, you will.
Go ahead. That emotional emasculation.
Mm-hmm.
Start telling you from a child not to cry, man, especially male.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, male. Eventually start shutting off everything as you start getting older. Next thing you're dealing with, you're a grown man and you don't smile, you don't you cut off the joy factors. You know, and you look at life like people start looking like you're dealing with a woman. You're like, why are you so cold? When you were brought up from the start, that seed was put in you to behave that way. Don't be a real person. Just you know, I don't want to be bothered. Basically, what they're thinking, I don't want to be bothered with trying to nurture you. So stop crying.
Or they don't know how.
Probably done the same way.
Really? If you haven't, you learn from your parents. So when you fall and you get hurt and they, come here, baby, because you got some parents, that's what they do. They are nurturers. So when you get hurt, they scoop you on up. They carry you somewhere safe. They just go out of their way to make sure you okay. They wipe down the little wound. They put something on it. Let me kiss the little wound. You know that didn't really do anything, but for you it did. That's a nurturer. So that's how you learn how to be that way. But if when you fell and hurt your leg, people were like, shut up and stop crying. Quit being a punk and get up. Because there are a lot of people who do that. You more than likely, unless you unlearn that, if you haven't unlearned that and that's normal to you, you're going to do the same thing. When your kid fall, get up, don't be no punk. You know, you're going to be the same way. If compassion is taught. But see, the thing about it is the same way Tim just kind of explained that to us. And that's probably what ended up happening to him. That's probably how he feels about himself. That's probably why he was able to explain that so well. The thing about that is, if he's able to explain it that way, he's able to fix it. Because the first level of getting past that is acknowledgement. You got to acknowledge you got a problem before you can fix a problem. So the fact that he's saying, yeah, because you end up being mean and then as a young kid, you grow up and everybody started accusing you of being mean. Why you look so mean? He's just a mean person. And then eventually as you become an adult, oh, he just mean. You don't want, and it be your family saying that. You meet somebody new in the family, you go out of town and they ask you want something. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just mean all the time. How did y'all raise me to be? Y'all raised me. All the ones had the switches on deck non-stop. When you couldn't get your hand on the switch, you had the extension cord. You had more negative words coming out your mouth than encouragement coming out your mouth. You're putting me down more than you were lifting me up. But see, the thing about that is you don't have to stay in that. Once you realize that you don't want that to be a part of your life, you start to change it. Because what's been learned can be unlearned. I don't care what it is. Some of us got that thing, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That was a lie. You can teach an old dog anything.